Hey guys and girls and everyone in between. Today we're going to be hopefully almost finishing off this RX7. So where are we at? So I've done the exhaust, so I've rebuilt the exhaust from what was there, and my god, it was a mess before, but I've done all that. I'm just waiting for some piping to turn up for the wastegate plumb back pipe. So once that's here, I'll rip into that. But in the meantime, I can finish off all the little bits and pieces, so I'll quickly show you what that is now. Okay, so we have to put all hose clamps on the intercooler piping. We need to get a vacuum source to this line. And I've already connected the lower radiator piping. Upper's already done. That needs to go on here. So shortly I can fill it up with fluids. So that's all good. What else have I got? Oh, fans. So I need to extend all of these wires because they're not going to go from here to here. So that's quite a distance. So all I'm going to do there is I'm just going to get some Tefstil and just extend them all probably the same colour, heat shrink them all up, make them all nice pretty, and then slap it back in and off we go. What else have I got? Let's go look at the list, eh? So here's my list. Oh, turbo oil return. Okay, I need to get on to doing that. Wastegate, yep, I'm waiting for the piping, that's fine. Airlines, they're mostly done, but I've got a few blanking things to do, which is also on here. Wiring for the fuel pump. So the fuel pump's been fuel pump's been installed, but I haven't upgraded the wiring yet. So as a standard protocol for these cars now, when we upgrade the fuel pumps or we're doing this kind of modification, even if we're just putting like a factory replacement fuel pump in it, we upgrade the wiring because we've had too many problems of voltage drop. It's a common problem for FDs. So anyway, that's something that we'll do. It's pretty easy. I just run some wires, terminate them, put a relay in it, and we're good. So anyway, what was this? Something over dodgy stuff, whatever that is. Battery in the boot. Yep, battery is now in the boot. Need to make a bracket, but not vital for tuning. So it's not going to move around, but if I've got time, I will do the mounting plate and everything will be happy there. Paint AST. Yep, that's been done and bolted in. So as you can see, we've made a tight little bracket here. So that's all nice and, pretty rigid, solid, not going to move. What else is there? Oh, I need to order the oil for it, so I'll go and do that shortly. And yeah, not far off. So what have I got going on? Okay, so not far off. So I'll show you what I've done with the battery. We have terminated the cable here that comes out down through the seat here via a grommet, so it doesn't rub on any steel, right next to the ABS sensor, so that'll be fine there. And we'll put new terminals on to the battery here and a new earth lead. That's all nice and easy. We haven't got a seat to go on the passenger side, but that's fine. Customer didn't supply one, so we don't need that for tuning. Basically all we're doing to this car is doing the work, and then he's going to take it back and finish off his stuff. So it's nice and easy. So we're almost there. So I need to get a blanking bung for that, but for the O2 sensor, but this one can just go in here easy as. So as you can see, that's a down pipe. I'll just I'll really quickly jack it up now. And here we are. All right, so underside of the car, we have intercooler and radiator mounts that have been done, nice and solid. The lower radiator hose has been done, AST line done. What do we got? Need to put some oil in it because it's empty. Down pipe, obviously we're going to plumb this wastegate into here. So just waiting for parts to turn up for that. And then what do we got? Oh yeah, battery cable runs all the way under through here, back up under here into the floor. Exhaust, this is the rear section that was already on the car. The exhaust that was on it was really rough, so I just chopped it to pieces and reused all the stuff because there wasn't a budget to make an all new exhaust system. So that's why it's running a dirty old Kobe hot dog resonator. So, but hey, it'll still do the job. It might be a little bit loud, but the guy can figure that out later on if he's got a bit more money. Yeah, so that's about it really. There's not a heap left to do on this car, luckily. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So Friday, it's now Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday today. Friday we're dyno tuning. I really want to have this car finished tomorrow if I can. That way there's no stress, no drama. If there's any little issues, I can sort out pre-dyno rather than on Thursday. And it also allows me to finish off the stuff like the Evo, maybe do some more work on this Supra here. Brad's car here, this is all finished, so it's all tuned and everything. We're just waiting for certifiers to come through and look at this car so that we can get it road registered. And I have to fix a couple of oil leaks that presented themselves on dyno tuning, which is it's unfortunate, but some jobs, I don't know why, they develop oil leaks. And now I have to get on to doing the oil return hose for the turbo, turbo oil return line. So yeah, I'll get onto that shortly, and then I'll do a real quick check over the car to make sure everything that we've done is all sweet. I need to connect all of these lines obviously to the wastegate and put the lines in the wastegate and stuff. So yeah, but apart from that, it's pretty much done. We're almost there, not much left to go. So I'm going to get into that now because the hours are burning and I just want to get this finished. So hopefully my pipes tune up soon. I can do both the oil drain for the turbo and the plumb back for the wastegate and call it a day. So anyway, we're looking pretty good. We're on time, on schedule, so talk to you soon. It's been a very long day and a bit, but I've been pretty productive, and sorry I haven't shown you as much as I would have liked, but there's been a few setbacks and stuff that's taken longer than expected, so just to get them out of the way, I didn't bother videoing them. Anyway, so in that time what I've done is I've got the turbo oil return pipe done, I've done the down pipe, I've done the plumb back pipe and everything like that, I've hooked up the wastegate, I've checked the fuel pump's been done because it wasn't 100%. What else is there? Put an air filter on it. I've done all the radiator hoses. Working through the list, there's a few things I've added onto it. As you can see, oil return done, down pipe done, wastegate, coolant lines done, air lines still need to do those, that's tomorrow's job. Fuel pump wiring, tomorrow's job. Intake nipples, yep, that's tomorrow's job. Oil and fluids, that's coming tomorrow. All easy stuff. I still don't know what that means. Battery in the boot, that's done, but I need to get some terminals, which are here. Fuel, need to drain the old fuel from the tank, so I'll do that shortly. Boost switch wire, that's easy. System test, that's basically just go through the ECU and make sure all the sensors are working, etc. Fan wiring, which I'm going to do now. Alright, so this is going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to take these wires here, I'm going to snip back all of this sheathing here, I'm going to get access to these wires, and then what I'm going to do is I will just basically cut these wires and extend them up under here, over here, so we can plug them into here, these two plugs here. So nice and simple, it'll be, it'll look good when it's done. So, just to make things easy, I'm going to jump into doing that, and then I think that'll be it for me for the rest of the day. It's like 5:30 now. I've been working my ass off this week to get this job done, so I really need to have this buttoned up as soon as I can tomorrow. But if I've got time tonight, I'll do the battery earth cable, fire up the ECU for the first time and get that all sort of working, and chuck a map in it so I can start it. Because we do so many of these FDs, I can just chuck a map in it and then we can take it to dyno tuning on Friday. So yeah, everything's pretty much the same on this as the other ones that we've done. There are differences, exhaust size, all the injectors are the same though, so technically they're pretty much same for the most part. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get into that now. Talk to you soon. Good morning everybody, it's another day, Thursday in fact, and I'm almost done on this RX7. So last night I managed to get the wiring done for the fans, and today I'm just going to be finishing the rest of it off. But while the car's in the air, I thought I'd show you what I did with the exhaust. Alright, so obviously we have intercooler radiator setup. What we got? Oil return for the turbo, we've got our downpipe. It's all nice and tight, it's all done up. So anyway, that's nice and up there in there tight, nice and pretty. So now I just have to bring the car down, finish off the electrical side of things, waiting for the oil to turn up, so that should be here before lunch hopefully. And then chuck my laptop in it shortly once I go and get the battery terminals and stuff, and then we can chuck some power on it and start doing some testing. So looking forward to that. We got dyno tuning tomorrow morning, so kind of important. I need to get this car finished today, and I also have to work on Kerry's RX7 to finish that off because it's going on Saturday, and because I'm not here tomorrow I need to pull finger and get this stuff done. So anyway, I'm going to get right into this, get it done, get it finished so I can get onto Kerry's car. Okay, so where am I at? I've drained the fuel from the fuel tank. I went and got some more gas. I've just welded up the turbo water lines that were from the original turbos. Normally I do that before I put the single turbo on, but I must have forgotten ages ago. So, but that's all sorted now. What else is there to go? I put the new oil filter on, just waiting for the oil to turn up. Now I've just filled some just plain old water, tap water, that I've put in here just to test my welds, because obviously we don't want any leaks. So I am now going to drain all of the water that's in the engine and fill it up with new antifreeze. So I'll get that into that now, and then hopefully, what's the time? My phone's, I don't know where. Hopefully soon the oil will be here. So from there, or from now, I can basically chuck some power onto the engine, get the ECU initiated and everything like that, put a map onto it, and then when the oil turns up, once I put some fuel in it, we can start it. So hopefully this doesn't take too long and we get it underway.
Hey, Mr. Big Shot, tell me what you want from me. You had your chance, but you're buzzing like a bumblebee. So do your dance, I ain't gonna wait around to see. All these dirty Shirley Temp, dirty Shirley Temp. Drink in your right, trumpet in your left. You got a sour apple, teeny weeny, and that dress. And tomorrow's gonna be another silhouette. All these dirty Shirley Temp, dirty Shirley Temp.
So I've just drained the water from the system. Standard radiators have these drain bungs here. And they also have a drain bung on the side of the block here. So if you can see where my finger's pointing, right here, there's a 14mm bolt that goes in there, and that will help you drain all of the coolant out of the car. Good on Mazda for doing that, because most modern cars don't have a coolant bung, so you can't really easily get all the water out of the engine. Thanks engineers, assholes. Anyway, so that's that bung back in. I just need to tighten it up, and now I can put my vacuum filler on here and get some fluids into it. So I'm not far off now, so I'll get that done. Now the great thing with the vacuum bleeder is if there's an air leak or something like that, that'll let you know straight away. So fingers crossed this is all good. Obviously I haven't touched the majority of this cooling system, so if there's any leaks, they're probably pre-existing. Same as oil leaks. I don't know if it's got any major oil leaks. It looks reasonably clean, so suggestion, says that it's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna stop waffling on now and get on with it. Now I'm just getting the snap-on vacuum bleeder ready, plumbing it in and getting the airline hooked up and whatnot. This thing is super easy to use. It sucks out all the air from the engine and vacuum, and then you flick a valve and then the fluid starts draining into it. As you can see, the fluid on the bottom is draining down, approximately 7 litres of that, and then we just give it a little bit of a top up at the end. This has saved me hours and hours and hours of work trying to build systems. One of by far the best investments I've made, just because it saves so much time. So you can just see how easy it is. This is literally done in a couple of minutes on every car rather than every time. And obviously here's some oil, so we're going to chuck some engine oil in it, and then I can get into the ECU, get it all set up, and then we can kick it in the guts, getting ready for dyno. Okay, so today's been frustrating to say the least. Well, this afternoon actually. I wanted to get this car done by lunchtime. I had to run off and get some parts and stuff. And it's just the nature of this type of stuff. There's always stuff that goes wrong at the end of it, like today. So I've got dyno tuning in the morning. I've got things on tonight. I really have to have this car done. And it's now 5 o'clock, 5:01. I need to have this car ready and on the trailer in an hour and a half at the most. I'm still yet to run it up. I've just tested the injectors. I've just tested the fuel pump. I've had to spend an hour and a half fixing some fuel leaks from some parts that I purchased for the car. So I've just had to put some of those in the mill to get them sorted. Very frustrating. I voiced my frustrations to one of the reps. So anyway, that's another thing. Yeah, but I'm almost there. So I've just put the air temp sensor into the manifold. I'm just going to blank up some of the nipples on the intake manifold, and then I can put the intake manifold on the car and then run it up for the first time. So I'm pretty confident it's going to start first pop. I do need to quickly fix a little water leak that has happened since I put the antifreeze in it. So I need to just quickly drain the antifreeze, fix the leak, and then fill it back up again, and then I can run the car. So once it's running, I can do things like bolt the seat in. I'll quickly run the wiring for the fuel pump, unless I do that tomorrow morning while we're setting up. What else have I got? Boost switch, that's pretty easy. It's just 2 wires, whereas the wiring for the fuel pump is like 4 wires, one run wire from to the front of the back of the car. So that's fairly simple. It's just time. I've only got an hour and a half, so my time is short. Anyway, yeah, so today's been super frustrating. I was getting really angry. It is what it is. I'm a pretty patient guy, but when things start going wrong as much as this has, and I lose an hour and a half, and that hour and a half is really precious to me today, it means that I either have to work super hard tonight after band practice to get this done, which I don't really want to do. It means coming back to work at probably 9:30, 10 o'clock at night to finish it off, or I try and fix it, the rest of it on the dyno. Now that's not ideal because I want to go to the dyno, I wanted to be ahead of time, but things happen. This is a prime example of things happening. So haven't had, well, I guess I've had a few interruptions today. I've had to run off and get parts and whatnot. So yeah, but anyway, almost there. I'm going to go bolt the manifold on, kick it in the guts and see what happens. So talk to you soon. Hey, good morning everyone. This morning we're going dyno tuning with the RX7. It's on the trailer now. Now last night it was a bit of a nightmare. Didn't finish till 10:30. Yay! But hey, things got to be done, and we had to get everything done. We had a bunch of problems that plagued us, so I'll run through what those were with you. So first up, we had issues with the cooling system, and I'm still not 100% on this setup. So yeah, the radiator's mounted in a way there could be an air pocket, so it's not how I would do things, but it's how the car was supplied, and we just had to make mounts for it, so whatever. We'll find out, we'll see if we can sort it out at Dyno today. Then we had a leak from the bung on the radiator that stops the water from coming out. Broke, of course it does, so I had to fix that. Luckily I had an old radiator lying around that I could steal the bung off. If I didn't, I don't know what I would have done. Oh Jesus, there's a truck. And then alternator shit itself. Yep, alternator shit the bed. So we're running that system up, we're running the car up, we're just checking a few things like temps and, you know, operation of TPS and whatnot. And I noticed the voltage was really low. So we went and checked the alternator, and sure enough it was only running at like 10 volts, which isn't ideal. So we had to run around looking for another alternator, managed to find one, chucked it on the car, and that solved that problem. And then we just had to do stuff like wire the fuel pump and wire the boost switch. That was all pretty simple stuff, but again, it all takes time, time that we didn't really want to have to spend on things, but it is what it is. What else was there? I don't know, I'm really tired. It was like 10:30 when I finished, so obviously my mind doesn't switch off, and sleep last night wasn't that great. So, and we had to load everything on the trailer, so that means pull a bunch of cars out of the shop, get it on the trailer, pull all the cars back in, get it on the hoist, and sort it all out or whatever. So yeah, but we are done and we're on the way to Dyno. Now, two things that I'm concerned about, one being the cooling system. Not sure if that's going to be, not sure it's going to behave itself. Second one, I did smell a bit of clutch when I was moving it out of the shop last night, so I'm a little bit concerned that the clutch may not be up to task. If it's not, that's going to be a big fucking waste of money. But I can't drive this car really, so you know, we've got no way of knowing. It could just have been because it's not been driven in a long time, and it just, I don't know, was seized, I don't know. So fingers crossed the clutch is alright. The car's only done 90 something thousand Ks, so maybe the original clutch, and if so, probably not gonna last today. But we'll find out. We'll get what we can tuned, and we'll go from there. Yeah, but car starts, runs fine. It doesn't seem smoke. It seems happy, and there's no leaks now. Yeah. So anyway, I'm almost there. I will talk to you guys soon. I know Glenn doesn't really like the cameras being in there, so I'll try and sneak it in at one point and get a couple of dyno runs and go from there. So anyway, I'm gonna continue driving, hopefully get a coffee, and talk to you soon. Right, you've just seen the first dyno run, and now we're running through the second one. Now, I'm not sure where this was on the day, but Glenn doesn't like me filming during dyno sessions, and it's his workplace, so I do have to respect his wishes. I don't really want to step on his toes and make him feel uncomfortable or anything like that. So, but I can confirm, look, the car ran really, really well. There was no issues, no leaks, the clutch held up. The engine didn't blow up, which is always good, and the car made really good power for the age and unknown, you know, quality, or not quality, but unknown condition of the engine. So the customer is ultimately really happy. We brought the car back, we finished off the work that we needed, and then we give it back to the customer. Now, in the comments, can you let me know what power you think it made, and in the next video, I'll see if I can do a giveaway.
or one of the next videos coming up, and I'll try to start doing that fairly regularly to see what we can do, and yeah, see what you think. So without me waffling on, thanks heaps for watching on the behalf of the Pro-Am-Garage team. We look forward to seeing you next time, and hopefully you're enjoying our content.